What's up with it, y'all? Y'all reach EME on another Tuesday night, man.
Whoop,
We in the
whoop.
building. Got my boy Charlie Mack, got my boy Turtle with me, man. And y'all
Yeah.
know what we do, man. EME every
Whoa,
Tuesday.
whoa,
Trying to bring some
EME.
positivity into the community. It's finna be Father's Day on Sunday, so we got some things coming up, man.
A lot of good events. A lot of good
Great
events coming
events.
up, man.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. What's up with it, man?
Mac, how you doing
What's
over there in
happening,
Paris?
my brothers? What's happening, y'all? This the dog. This Mac. We from Paris, France. They got my
we
boy.
love that connection, man. Every
They go
day, man.
Ian Zai.
What's up, Zahid?
Ooh. He kicking it early in the morning. Y'all know it's about 1:30 in the morning over here, so we up and about. I had to wake my dog up and get him on the podcast because it's a Father's Day weekend, and he love his daddy. You love your daddy?
Yeah.
Ooh, we Jack. That's that love. You smell me? Hey, I'm over in Paris, but I'm drinking from a London cup. This is that power.
Man, you out of there.
stuff.
You out
You,
of there.
what's up, Turk McDirt? What's up, the boss?
Man, chilling out and chilling. I'm in here too, man, with my little special guest, man. We got little Janae up here, man.
What's up, Janae?
He the YouTube king.
Yeah, look- Hey, that's what Isaiah doing.
All day.
Isaiah subscribing. He's subscribing on his iPad right now.
Man, check
That's
it
what's
out.
up.
Yeah.
What's up? The next generation, man.
Next
They the
generation.
next generation, man.
Man, it feels good to be fathers, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, it feel amazing to be
Yes,
father.
it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be a father, man. To raise a mini you, man. Show him the ropes of this world.
Yep. Let me get Isaiah on this iPad so he can subscribe. Put the whole name in there for him.
He got
Y'all know me, man. Man, a father's job ain't never done, man. Y'all know.
So what we need to tell the people, man, subscribe and hit the like button.
Yeah,
What
go
do you
on the YouTube. Go on the
Facebook.
YouTube page. On the YouTube page. I'm Restore Hope Arkansas YouTube page, and they can find Empower My Environment, and they push like, subscribe, share, and they can also do that on our Facebook page. Like, subscribe, and share. But that's on Empowering My Environment. Empower My Environment Facebook page. Like and share. Come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all like us. Y'all
Turn
know
us up,
y'all love us.
man.
Man, you the president.
Turn us up. Turn us up.
Man, y'all
EME.
gotta run with us, man, because we running the long race, not the short race, Jack.
That's what's up, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna get on to talking about these fathers, man. You know, EME, you know, that's what we are, like a fatherhood, man, in the community, man, trying to better people, man. And that's a father job every day, man, trying to better your kids, show them the right roads to take in life, show them what roads not to take in life. Yeah, show them what it is to be a man. Show your daughters what it is to be a young lady. You know, we can't teach her how to be the lady, but we can show her what not to do, what not to look for in men, you know, because, you know, they sometimes, them girls, they got a way to pick them. They got a way to pick them out there, man. And
Yeah,
you know,
man.
we got to give them our input, man. We got to let them know how we used to be. That's what they want. They don't owe us, man. So, you know, you got to be that's our job out there, man, as fathers, man, to lead our kids right, man, to show them the right way. Be an example, a positive example.
I do kind of think that's true that your daughters sometimes get men who they remind them some of their daddy.
Right.
Like, man, then I get the feeling like, nah, man, I gotta change something real quick.
That's true. Hey,
Paul,
my bad. Paul, there go my dog Paul right there. What's up, Paul?
Yeah, Paul, my little Paul out, man.
Man, you can't leave Paul out, man. Just because he's the only white dude in the room.
Like me from high school.
Right.
You know, I know where that dude's going.
I know where he's
going. Right. That's that guy, Paul, man. Restore hope. Restore hope. Paul, man, we love y'all, man. Paul, a father, too. Paul got children.
Well, I got a bunch of them.
I got 5 too, man. I got 3 boys and 2 girls.
3 girls, 2 boys.
2 boys. How many kids you got?
What's up? I got 2 biological, but you can say I got 4.
Yeah.
3 girls and 1 boy.
Right.
I got 2 children.
I got 4 biological. I ain't separating them no more.
Yeah.
I got a boy and I got a little girl, and they my world, bro. I'm telling you. Hey, I started off childhood kind of late, but man, once I started, I kicked in the overdrive, and it ain't no stopping, Jack.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I want to shout out my stepkids too, man.
Right.
I got 4 of them, man. 100 with me, man. I know I've been hard, man, but they know it's more than fair, man. I love them to death, man. Nothing I wouldn't do for them, and I'm always here for them, man. So yeah, I like to shout them out, man. Tell them, man, it's gonna get better, man. We just gotta keep growing, man. Keep
Turk,
believing
you a
in each
great
other.
father. Turk, you a great
Man, I'm
father.
an
I see
okay
you.
father, man. I gotta learn how to be great.
We learning every day,
Nah,
man. We learning
nah,
every
you
day.
there. You there, bro.
It was,
You there.
it was so hard. It's so hard on me being a daddy, man. You know, when my daddy went, I had to learn how to love my daddy, like I say, from a long ways. You know what I mean? Because he did penitentiary time. He wasn't the kind of person to come get you on Saturdays. He wasn't the kind of person to come to a football game, a basketball game, none of that. But you know, I still had that daddy love. It's just something about it that made me know that, man, that's still my daddy. I don't care how old I am, what situations are going through. I still love him. So that kind of it kind of was installed in me when I didn't think it was. So, you know, I kind of have to work on that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm getting better. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? And I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly developing, you know what I'm saying? And then I had a little tragedy in my life where I felt like I had lost something, you know what I'm saying? I let protection down. So as a
Right.
father, when you let protection down, it's kind of hard for
Yeah.
you to, you know what I'm saying, scoop your kids up like you want to when you
Right.
know something doesn't happen in your home. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Right.
I'm still working on a lot of counseling, a lot of trusting in myself. You know what I'm saying? Trusting in the process, loving God, man. Trusting in the process of being a man on these streets. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, that's what point I'm on. I know I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna be a great dad. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I'm
Right.
at 10 right now, still trying to figure it out. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? But it's gonna get there.
Every day we growing, man. It's a learning process, man. It don't
Mhm.
come overnight.
Nah,
Especially,
Nah.
when you live a rough life like we have.
yeah,
Yeah.
Live a rough life. It ain't always easy when you didn't see mom and dad in the same household and how it's done. You just going out what you think the
right,
way it's done.
Mhm.
right.
So nobody perfect get it, but we all
Yeah.
striving, man. And for me being in my kid's life is so important because I didn't have a daddy at all in my life growing up, like at all. The stepdaddy I had beat me. So, I didn't see no love in it. And I just didn't have one, but I've seen a lot of kids with one, so I don't ever want my son to experience that. Thank God for my father. Now shout out to Perkins Hervey. I can go ask him for
Woo.
anything. As long as I get to do some work, I can get it. But
He
he
gonna
can't
make
get
it
it for
work.
free. So I'm glad that though. I'm glad he liked that though. I'm glad he liked that though. And at the end of the day, man, like I said, that's what make me go hard for my son. I don't want him to experience that. I want my daughters to experience that, not having me in their life, man. Even making choices today, I think about them. When Caleb ready to go on one, I gotta think about CJ. I gotta think about Calais. I gotta think about Ariana and Journey. I gotta think about me losing them. Even yesterday in the car on the way, shout out, hold on to my beautiful queen, Marquita House. She graduated LPN
Woo,
school
Woo,
woo, woo.
yesterday,
woo,
man.
woo,
And that was
woo.
a blessing for my kids to see that, to see their mama walk across that stage. And I was explaining to them what that means. I
Yeah.
said, that's a whole bunch of more toys. I said, there's a whole bunch of more toys for y'all. But I'll
Yeah.
explain it to them in a good way, though, about just how life it is. And, man, that's a good thing to let your kids see you doing positive things, man, instead of always just being negative. They always seeing you fighting, cussing, smoking blunts, doing just negative. Let them see you doing something positive. That's all I'm getting at. Like, they go off what they see. So if they see you only doing nothing, that's what they're going to be, nothing. But if they see you out there making boss moves and doing positive things, man, like even us helping the community, having your little boy on there seeing you do this, your son on there doing it. When I had they see that and they gonna mark that, man. They see their dad is trying to do something positive, man. And that's what people have to do in the community, man. Start doing something positive in your kids and they're gonna follow you. We got a lot of negative kids out here because the parents was negative, to keep it real. They was out here
Yep.
thugging, they still out here thugging. So your kids out here thugging. And that ain't gonna get you nowhere, man. But shout out to
Ah,
all them fathers that is striving, man. They're striving, that's in their kids' lives, they're still working at McDonald's rally because you can't get that good job because you're a record, but you're striving, man. Shout out to y'all too, man. They see that love, that time. They see that. Don't beat yourself down because you ain't got the best job right now. Just keep striving. Take care of them kids, man.
It's kind of hard, man, when you can't just give your kids what you want.
Right, it
A lot of
is.
us fall off. When we can't financially give our kids what we want, we kind of stray back. You know
Right,
what
that
I'm
make you
saying?
go left
And
field.
then
Right.
my job too, man. When I work, like time was my thing, man. I don't spend a lot of time with my kids. You know, I pay out the money, but the
Right.
time thing I
Time.
got to work on. You know what I'm saying? That's why entrepreneurship so important to me at this point because I want to be able to give my kids some time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And try to catch up because I'm constantly working them 9 to 5s, 2 9 to 5s at one time. I get off from one job, go to the next job. I'm constantly thinking about working and it's neglecting my kids. You know what
Right.
I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So now I'm just trying to work, man, get this entrepreneur thing down and spend more time with them. So,
Right.
you know, That's a good thing
Right.
about entrepreneurship. You can control time with your
Time,
kids.
right. And that's so important, man. Like that time, man. You can give them all the stuff in the world, but to be able to hug them, talk to them, take them out to eat to a park, go to their football games, whatever it is, man. That even him, like I said, spending time, man, that make kids so happy to spend time with their parents, man. They need that. They need that energy with their parents. And that's what we need in the community, man. Like I say, these fathers, man, so many men lay down with these women and have these kids and then run off, man, and leave these women to raise these kids on their own. And you know, that's not a good thing because that's you. That's a part of you. So you supposed to raise that. You supposed to take care of that. Like I said, starting off, you supposed to show them kids the ropes in life. That's what a father for. And when you leave your child out there, then the world gonna do it. The streets gonna do it. The television gonna do it. The friends gonna do it. Peer pressure and things like that, man. So being a better father, man, is just stepping up. Go take your kid to a movie, talk to your kid, get to know your kid, love on your kid, man. They need that. That'll change a lot in our community if fathers just start being in their kid's life and stop leaving them to the mama to raise alone. Because a little boy gonna want to be around other boys, and the boys are in the streets, and then they gonna get involved and stuff, man. That's how I did. That's how a lot of us did, man. Looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for it in the streets, and really they just need daddy, man.
Right.
They need daddy.
I remember at one point in my time, me and my daughter had got into it.
Right.
And so I used to call her every day. I just call her all the time, like she just my friend. And so I just be calling her.
Right.
And then I stopped it.
Right.
And then, man, she came to me a couple of months ago. She said, Dad, I really miss you calling me every day and
Right.
talking to me. Yeah, they miss that
Yeah,
stuff.
that means a
So,
lot to them. Yeah.
We gotta,
Right. A lot of kids don't get that. They don't get that.
just play with them a little bit, man.
Right.
Let them know you love them and stuff, and let them know you they best friends and they daddy, they you know.
Even when you ain't in
mom,
the same household,
but-
you don't got to be in the same household to do that, man.
yeah.
Just because a lot of people, man, they break up in a relationship, relationships break up, and man, they start messing with their kids just because they start messing with the mom. That ain't the way it go, man. You still supposed to take care of your kids out there, brothers. Take care of them kids, man.
My mama used to say,
Right.
Right.
Stop taking care of the kids, man. That ain't cool, man. That ain't the way it go.
Hey
Ain't the
man,
way it go.
our community, man, missed that masculine authoritative
Energy.
father figure back in the old school days. The guy that
Right.
even the whole community missed it because you know in the hood it used to be that dude. What's that dude who used to cut the hair, man? Mr. Sears. Was that his
Barbershop,
name?
Mr. Spears.
Man,
Mr.
everybody,
Sears.
the dudes who didn't
Yeah.
have no fathers, we looked up to that man
Right.
because he
Right.
showed us. He wasn't everybody's father. He wasn't related,
Man,
but
that
he
man, the
showed.
reason why I got a bald head right now. What
Right. Man, he
But-
showed
but,
us.
um,
He
gave me
showed us
old school
stability.
haircut all my life and pushed my line back and pushed it back all my life.
But he
He
showed us
showed-
stability, Turk.
What?
He showed us stability, showed us a masculine
right.
figure that we could go and talk to and say stuff that was going on in our life. He actually
He
cared
did.
about us. And that's
Right.
what
Listen,
that's what the community needs. We
Community
need
miss
more
it.
men
Yeah.
like that. Because you
Right.
don't necessarily have to be a child's father or relative.
Right.
You just have to give them like guidelines and a code of conduct. You got to give them the visual of what a masculine man looks like and
Right.
and showing them how to live, showing them the rules of life, showing them how to navigate through the world in a positive way. So they'll take that with them because we took it with us. Even though we were doing wrong out in the street, we still remember that man, and we still remember
Right.
other figures like my homeboy Roosevelt Flip. You know, he was on the show. His father, Roosevelt Senior, rest in love, Bunch, but he passed on May the 1st. He passed on May the 1st, man. And dude took me in when I was homeless, man, when I was out in the streets, and he treated me like his son. He literally treated me like his son. He already had 2 sons and 2 daughters, and he had 4 children already, but he let me into his home and treated me like a son. He knew I was out there banging. He knew I was out there doing my thing, hustling, but he loved me and respected me and guided me and prayed for me and taught me things that I still remember to this day, man. I give much love to Roosevelt Pettis Sr., man, because that man, he showed me so much. And even as I became an adult, he prayed for me. And when I came back in town, I saw him a couple of months before he passed, man. And that man was like a godsend to me, man. And you don't get them like that in the neighborhood no more. And that's what we got to bring back. We got to bring back
Right.
older men that talk to
Hey.
the youth and that really love them, man. That's what we got
We
to bring
already
back.
brought it back, man. We already brought it back. EME, baby. We already back, baby. Reincarnated. We in the flesh.
Cause Charlie Beth,
In
you
the
old
flesh.
as this, man. You
We
know,
are, but for real. I said that in a joking matter. But honestly, man, we are. That's what we doing through EME, man. Like trying to be a positive example in the community because it's a lot of negative. It's a lot of negative out there, man. But stepping it up, doing what we doing, man, that's a boss move, man. Trying to just, be an example to these kids out here,
Yep.
to people, man. So I'm thankful for it, man. They can look at this today and see we doing something positive. And people gonna
Yeah.
remember this. People gonna
Yeah.
remember what we did. These four
We got a
brothers,
major
man, trying to
platform, man.
make a move
Caleb,
in
we
the
got a
community.
major King Caleb, we got a major platform, man. We got to take it seriously and take
Right.
responsibility and accountability for how we carry ourselves. Because when people,
Right.
when we, when we think people aren't looking at us, they watching us.
Right.
They
Right.
watching us. These young people watching your moves. They watching how you talk. They watching your swag. They want to emulate you. They want to be like you. So we
Right.
have to carry ourselves in a respectful. You know how Clark Kent is when he's not Superman? He a straight nerd, but he's smart and people watch him. So you got to be
Right.
that way, man. I know I have to do. I know this little dude right here is watching me. My wife
Watch
tell me all the time, dude is watching you. When you talking, he watching you. He want to be like you. Your son
Right.
watching you. Turk McDirt, your son watching you.
Everything
They watching
we
us,
do.
man. So how we carry ourselves is it's not what LeBron James say, don't be like, he said something, don't walk like me, don't talk like me, be like me, be better than me. Be better than me.
Right. Right.
That's what we want them to be, better than us, so they can carry the flame of our culture farther and more positive than what we did.
Right. You said a mouthful, man. You telling the truth, man. That's what people do. They watch, and we got to be examples. We got to be, especially for our kids, especially for our
Man.
kids, man.
hey, then Paul, he was able to have all his kids and about one woman and one house and all that. But then he see his people over here, all us live without fathers in our house and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Dysfunctional families.
It's like crazy, like some stuff. It's a horror movie.
I've
It's
got
functional
three
family.
biological. I've got 5 kids,
Uh-huh.
3 biological, and then 2. Last 2 we adopted.
Right.
But I got to tell you, each one of the kids is just different, and I didn't know how to be a dad.
Right.
So I had to go. So my mom and dad were together all the time, but neither one of them had a father when they were growing up.
Right.
And so they did the best they can. They did a good job. They provided a good home, but my dad worked all the time. I saw him one day per month because he was working or he was in the military. He was in reserves, and so when I became an adult, I had to go searching for how in the world do I raise these kids?
Right.
So I'm trying to work and provide some money for them. But what do y'all think? I mean, what would be just some of the things that a really good dad would do for their kids?
I think
it's 3 things. I think it's 3 things.
I think
It's provide, it's protect, and it's to it's provide, protect, and it's another thing. Guide. I think guide is the 3 things in my opinion what a father should do. What you
The
think,
greatest
Turk?
thing to me, if I had to sum it up, it would be love their child unconditionally, no matter what. And a lot of people, but I mean unconditionally. And as I break that down, no matter what, because at the end of the day, a child gonna be a child. That you could teach. I've seen it growing up. You could teach a child so many positive things, but at the end of the day, a child gonna do what a child gonna do, and you have to love them. That time is love. Spending time with them, loving them. Like for real, I still read I'm starting, a lot of people know I read my children books when they spend a night with me. I took them and be like loving them. Stuff that you see that the average hood person wouldn't do in the neighborhood no more. You need to do that, man. They remember that. Because I can remember stuff my mama did with me, that stuff people like, dang, your mama did that, your mama did, yeah, she did that. And they wouldn't believe that though. But that love, man, spending love, that's more important than anything.
Caleb,
Love
on those
your
books, no joke. They've got scientific studies that show if you read your kids' books, their vocabulary is a good bit by 4th grade.
It's true.
Their vocabulary is
well,
a
that's
lot
probably
greater,
why I don't know nothing.
which then leads
Right.
on into
I
greater
believe that.
achievement.
What only got me on that is their mother though. It ain't
Yeah.
something I just did, like she ordered them books and there's so many books. So I did start getting reading this so much. And they loved it. They over there
Yeah.
reading this book.
So if you don't have books or you want to read, you've got small kids. Dolly Parton, you remember the country singer Dolly Parton?
Right.
So she's given her money away, but it's something called the Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
I heard.
And you can go sign, and for free,
They
they'll send you books.
Right, they
I forgot how many it is a year.
Yeah, they do because
Dolly Parton
they got something
Imagination
like that.
Library.
That's what we threw. I think that's what she signed them up for.
Hey,
Yep.
I can imagine me telling my mama and daddy to read me to sleep.
Hey, I read my son to sleep. My wife read my son to sleep. That's why my son speak 3 languages. He speak English, French, and African dialect from Cameroon. The boy is cold. He the coldest person. He the coldest person at his school when it comes to English because they're starting to teach him English now, and they get to learn another language in their school. And he's the professor in his English class because of you know who? Moi. And moi. I caught him up on that English. Now he speak adult
I
English.
see why.
Yeah.
You
You called it that English?
I just wanted to cut you on your head.
Oh, dang. He told me he gonna cut me on my head because I'm bragging about teaching him English.
No, I'm
Hey, Mac, you said you said 3 things. A dad does 3 things. A good dad does 3 things. Last one was God. What are some of the things I feel like, especially for men, little boys,
Go to
we're
work.
trying to go them up. What are those things we got?
Show them that we are a provider. Show them working a work ethic because a lot of boys don't know that. Like they see a lot of their daddies not doing nothing. So they not do nothing. When you show, I think if you show a child at a young age a work ethic, whether he get and teach him things like God, and when he say God, he need to check out the trash, mow the yard, all that type of stuff. Daddy should show a child that way they grow up knowing that. Because a lot of kids in this generation is just lazy. They sit in the house, trash don't get took out. They don't mow the yard. They mama paying for somebody. The boy 15 years old, he need to be mowing their yard.
Exactly.
I agree with that. So I think show them how to work. That's the most important because if you don't, man don't work, don't eat. I believe it. So you need to teach them at a young age how to work. You need to teach them how to respect a woman. The first woman he need to respect is his mama. That's your mama. Respect her. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Love on your mama. Help your mom. That's how I think you guide your kid. Because if he gonna treat his mama right, if he grow up treating his mama right, I believe in my heart he gonna treat his woman right. But if he don't treat his mama right, he ain't gonna treat his woman right.
Yeah, working important though.
I think guidance to me means all the things Caleb said, but it's to me, to sum it up in a nutshell, is that your example of how you live, like I just said, they watch us. So guidance is your example, how you live, how you talk, how you interact with other people. How, like you said, Caleb, respecting women, how you go to work every day. Because coming up and in the neighborhood, they respecting the drug dealer, the killer,
right?
The dude to do the easy work, because it's easy what they out there doing. So they like, I could do that. And then the drug dealer and the killer, he got all the women, he got the money, he's showing them that, hey, and if the father's not in the home, he's showing them, hey man, you get it like this.
Yeah, look good.
Yeah, he tricking them.
Look good to have big booty Judy on your arm.
Yeah.
I just think time, bro. Like if you actually spend some time with the kid, you ain't gotta have a lot of money for kids. You ain't gotta have none of that. They're gonna love you if you broke.
Take them to that park. Let them to where they step out.
If you there and you push that time on them and you let them know you daddy and that's mama and that's grandma, that's grandpa, you know what I'm saying? They pretty much, that's what they want.
Right. They see that picture.
Like they just want their daddy to be there, man. Like where he at,
you
know what I'm saying? It's just hard in our community because man, we don't know where our daddies be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's getting good in the community because a lot of daddies is not going in and out of the penitentiary. The doors are slowing down. You know, a couple people we lose to the system, but you know, a lot of people we see really at home trying to do something with their kids, even if it's just time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Turtle, I checked the statistic today, and I found out, and I didn't know this, man. I was talking to my brother, man. Did you know that African American dads are the best dads on the planet Earth?
No, I ain't know that.
Yeah, it's a statistic going that the ratio, and we got the worst rap. But the truth of the matter is, we're the best because it says that we provide the time, we provide the love, and we provide the example. And what you're seeing on the media and what you're seeing is not true by a long shot.
So you telling me the media made us look bad and we ain't that bad?
The fact remains, and you can Google it. You can Google this. You can Google this. Take my word and Google it. Google African American fathers.
Paint a bad picture.
Google them African American fathers and see what it say.
Some of the best people in the world, like
the best dads from
they gonna always show the bad.
From any ethnic group.
They must have did study with my dad, because boy.
Okay, Turtle. Of course, it's gonna be some bad seeds. It's gonna be some opposites. It's gonna be some opposites. But on a general basis, on a percentage basis, wise
Right.
as the
More
population,
good than bad.
more good,
Yeah, but
way
we
more
had-
good, bro.
But you don't understand, like back in the day, we had slavery and stuff. So back then we did have a good set of people. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like we had our
yes,
dads back then. When we mixed ourselves into other things, that's when we lost our dads. And then
The family got broken.
yeah, then the men
yes,
start going to jail, start murdering, then the gangs, then the drugs.
yes. It's a
It's
cause.
all for being-
It's a cause and effect. It's a cause and effect situation.
Cause and effect.
Yeah, man. But we got to just get back and start loving on the kids. Take
Right.
it slow. You know what I'm saying?
Take
Ain't
it
nobody
slow.
started off deadbeat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just get on track.
Right.
You know
But
what
it's
I'm
something
saying?
else I want to put in the people's head watching this. If you think before you pop that girl, is this who I want to have a baby with? Is this who I want to spend the rest of my
Yes, there you go,
we have
Caleb.
a lot of these problems knocked down. But we as men, we undid, at that moment, we had, then here come a baby. But we don't even want that woman, so we move around. And that she go raising that baby on her own. But if we think about that before we do things, young men, if you think older men, if you think about that before you do it, man, they can keep down a lot of these problems, man. Don't be out here having unprotected sex with these women, and you don't want to spend your life with this one when if this baby pop up, because that's a consequence too. That's what's gonna happen, and then it
That's a
leaves a
big
lot of
issue.
broken homes, man. It leaves a lot of
Yeah.
kids out there searching for their daddies. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Daddy right here in Little Rock. You don't even know though, because your mama's so fast. She been everywhere. She don't know. Some of them don't know. So man, we got to do better as African American people. We got to do better, man. We gotta start loving ourselves. We gotta start doing ourselves better so we can kill a lot of these problems down. So we can stop it. But we
Yep.
got to do it, man. We got to start thinking before we do things.
Hey, Mac,
Hey,
I found that
Paul.
report you were talking about. That it's a 2013 report by the CDC.
Mhm.
It's the involvement of, it's called the National Health Statistics Report. It's published in December of 2013. Fathers' involvement with their children. And what it showed was that Black fathers are more involved in their children's lives than their counterparts of other races.
That's what I was
up.
talking about. I didn't say it word for word, but that's what I was talking about. Like
Right,
you
that's
said,
what's up.
Turtle,
A lot of
Turtle,
people
that's the
wouldn't know that.
time.
We some
That's
good
the
fathers.
time, Turtle. That's
It
the
ain't
time
like
that
we
you was
don't got
talking about.
love.
The
We got a
time.
lot of love. We
But
got a lot of
us
love.
wasn't loved. So
Yeah.
that's why it makes it like how we talk about our father. We didn't have that. So therefore, when we had kids, we don't even know how to love on them right, because we ain't been loved right. Like somebody
Right.
saying me, this for real. I kiss my son and stuff. I stay kissing him. I was kissing him, dude. My homeboy like, you be kissing your son. I never kissing him. He always kissing him. That's how he is. He masculine. I can't remember, bro. This, but I remember that. He's like, you kissing on him, but that's the way I do. A lot of men don't do that though to their kids. They won't kiss, they won't hug them. They think, nah, they don't need to do that. But ain't nothing wrong with that.
Tell
Ain't
my
nothing wrong
son
with
I
that.
love him.
Ain't nothing wrong
See,
with that though. But we
I'm
a
the
lot of
same
people
way with
just do that to your little girls, man. But them
I'm
little
the
boys,
same
we
way
need
with
that
Azalea.
hug. They be need they dad to tell them, man, you did a good job and need a hug. They need that for real. A hug from your daddy, man.
I love a kiss.
Man.
I love a kiss my boys all the
And
time.
that's
I don't
what
kiss my
that's
son
a
like
lot
I
of
love
men
you, little
want
boy.
that. A lot of men want.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
yeah, man,
dude.
love, man, love, man. Love right here in Little Rock, man. A lot of fathers, man. We need love, man. Like you say, even if you ain't no father, man, go love on these little kids, man. They need some examples out here, man. Cause
And one more
they
thing,
live so
Caleb,
wrong out
King
here,
Caleb,
man.
I want
So
to say
wrong.
one more thing. I think another thing that a father brings to the family is balance. See, there's a masculine energy in the home and there's a feminine energy in the home. And fathers bring that masculine energy. The home cannot be filled with full of feminine energy everywhere. That's not balanced. That's not even. That's not right. So, and it can't be full of masculine energy all through the home either. There must be two sides of everything, feminine and masculine. Even in people, it has to be that way. So in a home, to have a balanced child, you must have two energies, feminine, masculine. And neither one of them think alike. They don't think alike. I don't think like my wife think. You don't think like your baby mama think. Turtle, you don't think like your wife think. So we give the child a different, even point of view. That's what we work on in the family. It's called balance.
You better preach.
So once that is established, the child can say, okay, If it's a little girl, she's saying, okay, I see my mother. She's showing me this. He's showing me that. But I also see my father. He's showing me what to look for when I get old enough to choose a man, how to put him up to the fire. If that boy is not measuring up to my dad, because a girl's first love is her father. A little girl's first love is her dad. I can tell you that. Because my little girl loved my dirty draws. She listens to the music that I play. She talk the way I talk. She rap. She dance the way I do. Don't you say? She walk around the house. She be dancing, trying to walk like me, trying to talk like me. She do spinning dances moves. But her first love for a girl is her father. And a little boy, his first example of what he's going to be when he grows up is his father. And he sees his mother's feminine energy, and he sees that as, what am I looking for when I choose a girlfriend or a wife? I want her to look like my mother. Even if my mother or father shows me bad example, that's what I'm looking at, and that's when I'm getting my guidance and I'm getting my arrow, the direction of my arrow to what I'm going to gravitate to. So that's what's wrong. That's what happens in our community. They see the bad examples all the time, so that's what they grow up to be. That's what they want to emulate. That's what they want to look like.
You know what? I don't mean to cut you off, but when you said that, you know how you were saying how, you know, the mama and the daddy in the same home, you know, your man, he looking at the daddy. But you know, if you remove that daddy, that young man knows he's a man, so he looking at other men. So therefore, he see these other men, rappers. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you see them rappers, you see what they got: the women, the cars, the clothes, the money, and then you see what however it is to get it. That's what that little boy gonna do. He looking at the dudes in the hood on the block. That's what he see. Them the men he see. So that's what he want to be. He don't
That's
see
what he want to be like, Taylor.
He don't see that hard working man that's going to work every day, paying them bills, loving on his mama, loving on his sisters, being there. That's what they need to see, and that's been snatched out of our community. But we need to get it back, man.
Balance, baby. You gotta balance.
I say this wrong either though. It's men out here, single men, that can hold it down too. Breakups happen, it's true. But just because you break up don't mean you still can't be a man that pay your bills, keep your house clean, go to work, show your son what it is to be a man, open up doors for women, show them what it is to be a man. They can still see that.
I know a lot of single fathers out here.
Right,
you know
still good fathers. Go get your kids on weekends, summertime,
and
you can still love
and it's real hard on a single father, you know what I'm saying? Because the world be biased and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for a man to get housing. It's kind of hard for a man to get food stamps. We can't get none of that what the woman got. So it be hard on a man, you know what I'm saying? We gotta step it up. When we be a daddy, we gotta be super dads, you know what I'm saying?
We gotta get on it, man. We got
so many strikes against us, you know what I mean? But we working as a people, man. I ain't gonna say is my research on what I'm looking across the world, you know what I'm saying? We are getting better. I'm not gonna say we getting worse, because everybody in every city I see growing financially, they growing mentally. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's just Little Rock and I stay behind. You know what I'm saying? So we got to catch up to what other cities are going and other places are doing, so we can bring our poverty rate and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we start looking at other cities, man, and see what they doing to get communities money and how they doing to grow their communities and stuff. So, you know, we got a lot of stuff to do in Arkansas, man. We left behind. We need to
we are behind, bro. We one of them southern states
way behind.
Hey, but we delayed, but we not denied.
Boy,
they time, man. We got to get it in.
We gonna do better though, and y'all know that this weekend is Father's Day weekend, so we got some big events coming up. We got the
big event,
right?
We got some enormous, gigantic events coming up on Saturday, June 19th. It's two special events coming up on that day. I think it's the Father's Day and a Father's commemoration to give fathers that have been through tragedies, because earlier last month we had the mothers that went through tragedy, right, Turk?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So this month is for the fathers who have been through tragedies, lost a child to violence, just to give the fathers their roses while they're here, and how they've supported the ladies and the women. And we want to hand them their roses and thank them for being their solid men, standing up and saying time out for the violence. Time out for all this nonsense. We standing up with our ladies and standing up in front of them, and we're gonna be their shields, and we're gonna let them know that we're here to fight the battle too. And we also got another event that's been going on in Little Rock for a couple of years. I think it's a Juneteenth event, and I was doing research on Juneteenth, and it's a very historical a holiday that's just now
Oh,
getting
yeah.
its roots established, because we've been knowing about it, but we haven't celebrated.
We didn't know what it was for.
Right. So Juneteenth, a little quick history of Juneteenth. Juneteenth, it represents a holiday. Okay, back in 1863, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed slaves.
Correct.
But this bill, this act was signed during the Civil War, and they signed it on January the 1st, 1863. But it freed the slaves, but all the slaves didn't know they were free. In Texas, in the state of Texas, they didn't know that they were free for 2 years. So in 1865, in June 19, 1865, some Union soldiers were going through Galveston. It was called Galveston Bay, Texas, but it's called Galveston, Texas now. They were going through Galveston Bay, Texas. They said, dang, these black people are still slaves. What the heck is going on? So they told the black people that you guys aren't slaves anymore. It was 2 years after. And it was 250,000 black people still were slaves. So that means the so-called the dudes didn't let them free. Texas, Galveston Bay, Texas. It was in the city. It was the state of Texas, but it was small. It was a small town in Texas called Galveston Bay, but it's called Galveston, Texas now.
And they the only ones to still ain't. Is there any other states that ain't represent Juneteenth? Like who?
Texas.
It
was Hawaii. It's 2 states, Turtle. It's Hawaii, but Hawaii is about to sign the bill as of April 27, 2021. Hawaii is about to sign the bill, and therefore to be part of all the other states that's going to celebrate Juneteenth. But it's one state that's not participating and doesn't want to. That's South Dakota. South Dakota say we ain't having it, Jack. We don't want to do it.
Yeah, they don't want to represent.
So here in Little Rock, Juneteenth, 10 to 4 p.m. There's going to be a parade that starts at 10, and then they've got vendors that are going to be out. It looks like.
What day is it again?
Saturday.
June 19th.
Saturday.
It's going to be a lot of events on every corner.
It's going to be at Central. It's going to be at Central High, y'all. Central.
Yeah, Central High is our event, though. Our event going to be from 11 to 1 at Central. You know what I'm saying? Right. We just acknowledging the fathers, bro, who lost kids too in tragedy. You know, a lot of people, they so busy. We're so busy trying to fix the mom. We know the mom grieved and everything because the mama be grieving. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, you try to be a gentleman, and we try to, you know what I'm saying, help the mama so much in that situation that sometimes people and the men, they forget about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? As men, especially going through a tragedy. Because I know me and my wife, we went through a tragedy ourselves. We lost our daughter through a crime of violence, through a drive-by shooting where some kids shot 54 bullets in my house behind some gang activity or whatever. But, you know, me and my wife, she grieved, dog. I'm talking about like every day. But, you know, I was kind of mean too. And she was like, what was wrong with him? But they weren't understanding it. And I didn't even know. I was grieving too. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I was doing whatever it takes to soothe that situation. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to take hold to them fathers because we physical and we can be more dangerous. I ain't gonna say dangerous than a woman, but we can get that way. You know what I'm saying? And we can grieve just as hard, and we can go into a deep depression, and it can break your home up. You know what I'm saying? It can break everything that you got focused on if you don't really get control of the man. So I just think it's real special that we dedicating and that we doing something for men out here, man, for the fathers. You know what I'm saying?
I do too.
Because man, that's a touchy situation. Like, you know, it was times I ain't even supposed to be here, bro. Like I ain't even, I even went into places and do, man, how you still here, bro? Like I admire you, how strong you is. And, you know, it's strong to grieve, man, and actually bounce back from them kind of situations. Yeah. And when you find that kind of special man, whoever to balance that out and really, you know what I'm saying, play both ends, man, and still hold his manhood. You know what I'm saying? You got to work with him. You know what I mean?
But Turtle, a lot of people don't understand that being a male is hard, man, because we're taught in our community not to show emotion. We're taught to suck everything in and bottle it up, and that is not healthy. I learned that recently. Over the last 5 years, I've learned that you have to let that emotion out, because if you let it fester, you let it stay in there, it's going to become dark and evil, and people won't be able to control it. And I understand completely where you coming from, brother, how you are feeling, because a man his job is, I said 3 things: to protect, provide, and if you don't protect, that's a guilt that you got to live with. Because you feel like I didn't protect my household. I didn't protect my family. I wasn't there. And that's a dark place to go. And if you don't have therapy, you don't have somebody to talk to fix it, it can lead down a dark path
like a
where there's
bomb.
no coming back.
I had to do counseling, bro. I had to do counseling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I done cried to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Many
Yeah,
days.
you done told me a lot, bro.
Saying?
Me and you done cried
I done
together.
crash out. You know what I'm saying? and y'all help me. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be willing too, because as me being counseling, as me having to counsel some people on what I had going on. You know what I'm saying? It was time I had to, you know what I'm saying, talk to other people to try to teach what way to go. You know what I'm saying? Because man, we'll crash out. You know what I'm saying? We'll get physical, man. We'll start to get we know.
It'll turn violent. It'll turn real bad violent. Real bad.
And also, speaking on that too, man, it's kind of on the same subject, but a little different, man. Like us as men, we go through a lot of things, not like period. Like, and women, they'll open up more and they'll talk to you more about it. But men have been through a lot of stuff too, like a lot from childhood growing up. So we handle situations different, man, that make us the way we are. Because we men, that's just how we handle it though, man. But that's what men go through things too, though. So that's why it's not always easy for us to be in people's eyes the best fathers, because we go through things, man. But like I say, we learning, man. Every day we learning, man. We trying to get better. We getting to know ourselves. We trying to tune in with ourselves so that we can be better fathers, so that we can be better men in our community. But no, we've been through a lot of stuff, man. When you've been in prison, man, like I say, when you grew up in a dysfunctional family and all that, it's not always easy when you really been through some real life stuff, man. It ain't always easy because you're dealing with yourself and you're trying to deal with other people. And trying to do this. Sometimes, man, you just got to deal with yourself, man. So, I thank God, man, we all are where we at today, because we all done been through some things. But I see us now bettering ourselves as men, and that's a beautiful thing. And that's our job, to go out there and let other men see that in themselves, because a lot of men don't see it in themselves. They can only see what they're going through, man. They can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, man. They just see that darkness, man. But us as EME, man, that's our job, man, to go out there and empower them, make them better fathers, make them better brothers, make them better friends, man, make us better people, man. Make us better people, man. Before we get off of here, though, man, before we get off here, we still got a little minute, but I want to just get a shout out to my boy Guap, man. He came to support me today. He got them dope waffles, man. We're going to get him on here next week. We're going to get him on here next week, talk about his waffles. He's opening up a little business.
We're going to eat.
Selling waffles.
We're going to eat,
waffles. We're going to eat good, man. Next week, y'all going to see chicken and waffles. You met Guap, man. You know, little bro, man. Charlie Mack.
We need
always be with me with the goals.
Oh, that's my partner right there. Dude, a good dad.
Like,
he is good dad too. He is good dad. I be checking him out on Facebook. Salute, homie. Salute. And I want to give a shout out.
Weekend. 6 of them in one bedroom. They was turned up. They just run around the house, though. We had our kids, though, man. We was going to take them swimming and stuff, to get slushes and stuff, man. But just doing something like that, you can get your partner, you can club with them, you can do all that, man. But to go get your kids and have fun with your kids, that's a good thing, too, man. Because a lot of us got kids. Go lick up with your boys, man. Go have a Father's Day, man. Take them kids out Daddy Day, man. That's something a lot of men don't do, man. Do more than just sit around and drink and get high all day.
I want to give a salute and a shout out to all the fathers in prison. I want to give a salute to all the fathers in prison who not there with their child right now, wishing they were there. I want to give a salute out to Antoine Perkins. Hey, dog, we love you. Hey, dog. Man, you gonna come on soon, Jack. You gonna come on soon, bro. And we gonna hold it down for you, bro. We got much love for you, dog.
Man.